Gas prices have reached record rates, the highest since 2008. In California, gas prices have reached up to $7 a gallon. In Georgia, the gas prices jumped 30 cents in a matter of a couple hours. President Biden said can't do much right now about the rising gas prices. His administration also blames the rise in prices on Russia and started the hashtag Putin price hike. Let's go to Madeline Nicholas for updates about the conflict between Russia and Ukraine.
The Ukraine-Russia conflict has continued over the past 2 weeks, and a lot has happened since our last coverage. Russian forces bombed a maternity and children's hospital in southern Ukraine on Wednesday. Ukraine's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, came forward and said that this act was proof of a genocide. At least 17 people were injured, including mothers and staff. This attack came during a time period where Russia agreed to a 12-hour pause in the conflict to allow refugees time to evacuate. Nearly 35,000 people were rescued via humanitarian corridors. Evacuation efforts in other areas have not been so successful. Efforts to evacuate in some of Kiev's suburbs have failed. Ukrainian local governments have accused Russia of blocking evacuation convoys. Since Russia seized control of the Chernobyl nuclear plant 2 weeks ago, the plant has been disconnected from the electricity grid, meaning a loss of external power. There is still a potential radiation leak warning for the plant, especially after the plant was disconnected. Just yesterday, the U.S. House of Representatives voted to pass a ban on importing oil, natural gas, and coal from Russia into the United States. This bill also reauthorized the Magnitsky Act to impose additional harsher sanctions on Russia for violating human rights. The United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson has also vowed to impose maximum economic cost on Russia. On a call with President Zelensky, Johnson discussed the military equipment that the United Kingdom would provide to help Ukraine defend itself. We will continue to update as the conflict unfolds. I'm Madeline Nicholas, Vanguard News.
As things continue to escalate in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, multiple companies are re-examining their ties. Just this past week, Starbucks and McDonald's announced that they were closing their locations in Russia. Netflix and Warner Brothers all paused the release of movies in the country. Microsoft, Apple, and IBM suspended business in Russia. American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and United Airlines have all stopped flying over the country and have cut their ticket sales partnerships with Russian airlines. While this may seem insignificant, this is only a small part of the businesses that have pledged to cut ties with Russia. If this continues, things could get much worse for Russia in the near future. Many are apprehensive of an upcoming draft with the Ukraine war at hand. We asked the people of Dahlonega whether they think that a possible draft should include women.
So I don't think that women should be drafted because I don't agree with the draft in general. I think that the United States has the largest military in the world and there's plenty of volunteers. So I don't think that we need a draft at all. If we absolutely have to have a draft, then I think it would be fair for it to be equal, men and women both drafted, because I mean, it's just, let's just say it's less sexist to have, if we are going to have a draft, men and women equally, but I would prefer to not have a draft.
No, I do not think women should be drafted if the war goes to Ukraine, because we have plenty of men to fill that role.
I don't think anyone should be drafted because serving one's country is a personal freedom and liberty and choice that they should make on their own.
A $10,000 reward is still in place for the arrest and conviction of a masked man who robbed the Crescent Gold mine in Dahlonega in late February. Brianna Ray Weaver was working at her parents' store when a man walked in with a gun. She said he forced her at gunpoint to fill up a bag with jewelry and gold nuggets. Some of the nuggets are priced at thousands of dollars each. One of them in particular is worth more than $7,000. The man wore a hat, mask, and black and orange Cincinnati Bengals jacket. The people in the community donated $10,000, and anyone who has any information is urged to call Lumpkin County Sheriff Stacy Gerard. This past Tuesday, March 8th, the Georgia House passed a mental health initiative bill that will be a game changer for healthcare, House Bill 1013. It requires that health insurance companies treat mental health and substance abuse treatments the same as physical illnesses. It also says that the state's definition of medical necessity of mental health treatment must come from standard clinical protocols, not determined by insurers. That the bill was passed with a 169-3 vote and is on its way to the Senate. In addition to House Bill 1013, the House also approved a measure that would allow grants to primary health care facilities in rural and high-need areas, and a bill that allows patients to name a caregiver for help in their discharge planning from the hospital. One of our reporters spoke to a Georgia governor's intern about her job and what the internship is like.
A University of North Georgia student was one of 13 students chosen from across the country to participate in the governor's internship program this semester. This program is prestigious and highly competitive. It's only open to upperclassmen, graduate students, and law students from across the United States. Carly Evans is an intern in Georgia Governor Brian Kemp's communications department.
I get there and I'll brew coffee for my suite and I'll pick up the paper. I'm in communications, so we do, as a department, we do work on things like ceremonial documents, which are proclamations, commendations. We also do anything on social media. I don't know if I said that, but that's what our department's over. And our department also would work on remarks or contacts with the press, things like that, press conferences. So it can be a lot, it can be different every day.
Evans is currently a junior majoring in political science with a pre-law concentration. She says she's not 100% sure where she wants to end up after she goes to law school.
It's been a great way to meet people who, I can't say for sure that I want to end up back in, in politics as an adult. I'm definitely open to that. But ultimately, I want to go to law school and then see what happens from there. I'm not opposed to going back into government, but I'm also not opposed to doing private practice. So it's been a great opportunity just to see how people there have worked their way to where they are, the decisions they made, whether or not they went to law school.
Evans believes that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and a great way to serve the people of Georgia. Whether Evans chooses to go into politics or not, this program will surely help her gain professional skills in the workplace. I'm Madeline Nicholas, Vanguard News.
Robin Roberts will make a live virtual appearance with NSLS tonight. Let's check it out. Hello, the live speaker broadcast is about to start with Robin Roberts taking the stage here soon. I'm here at the Hogue Student Center in Dahlonega and can't wait to see what Robin has to say tonight to our NSLS members. Here at UNG, it is a leadership university, and so we can't wait for Robin to interact with students here tonight.
How to remain optimistic in this kind of environment? How do I do that? Because all along, I have gotten in the habit of being optimistic.
And still stay positive. Thanks.
Thank you, Dominique. All the questions have been great, Nicole, by the way. Oh gosh, what's that saying? What other people think of me is none of my business. What other people think of you is none of your business. Continue to do well in my career. And she said something so simple. She said, because I taught you children good manners.
It took a little bit of experience, a little bit of my colleagues sitting me down and saying, this is not accomplishing anything. They're out there because they don't feel good about your life, and what is this accomplishing for you to write back? Because I always felt like I need to show them Well, what was I showing them by just giving them negativity back to their negativity? It just bred more negativity. So now I'll either ignore it, or sometimes I will write something really lovely back. I'm sorry you feel that way, but thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day. You know, and just kind of kill them with kindness.
That's it. I'm glad you shared that.
After eating a bunch of snacks and refreshments and enjoying the whole speaker broadcast, one UNG student, Caroline Beach, actually took home a $250 gift card from Amazon thanks to the NSLS Speaker Broadcast Network. For Vanguard News, I'm Skylar Cochran. Looking for a tasty treat in Dahlonega? Laura Hewell went to My Vintage Gypsy Tea and found out all the new delicious treats they have to offer. Let's take a look.
I'm Laura Hewell reporting from My Vintage Gypsy Tea and Magical Makings, where they are hosting a tea tasting event. My Vintage Gypsy has over 60 all-natural handcrafted teas created by the owner, Kim Pyron. The tea of the month, which was available for sampling, was a chocolate chai. I was able to sample the Girl Scout cookie iced chocolate drink. Pyron was available to explain more about the teas and the shop.
This is my little tea shop, My Vintage Gypsy Teas. We're in the middle of the chocolate crawl, so today we made a chocolate chai. Now chai just means tea, so in this world it's a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cardamom, and a touch of chocolate. We serve it iced and it's refreshing and warm at the same time. So the tea of the month is our tea subscription, and we base that on teas that are seasonal. Like I'm going to send you strawberry in the summer, but I'm not going to send you strawberry in November. We put a lot of thought into our monthly tea based on that, as well as the season and what's coming up. A lot of our teas are based on, I don't know, we have our last one was maple, and we wanted something warm because last month it was so cold. The teas of the day, I want to say that there's a formula for that. It's totally on the fly, and Alexis picks it or I pick it, and we just make a tea for the day, and they always sell out. One of the best days of the week is Tuesdays. That's student and faculty discount day. We extended that not just to students at UNG, but to Lumpkin County. If you go to school, you get a discount on Tuesdays, or if you teach at a school or work at a school. We also offer a military discount, first responder discount every day. Last year, we donated $4,000 to the fire department. Wow. This year we have a contest between the UNG cadets and Camp Merrill, and one of them is going to win. Tea, you should definitely come check out the iced chocolate. How's the iced chocolate? Oh, it's delicious. There you go. It is a Belgium Dutch press cocoa that is our own recipe. We're one of the few people in town that can say they make it from scratch. I drive 3 hours round trip just to get the cocoa. You can get all sorts of great flavors. Shenanigans carries my hot chocolate, and they put a little, can I say booze? They put a little booze in it. And Capers carries my tea, and they have a little adult beverages with my tea, and they're going to be carrying the hot chocolate this fall. And wait, Wolf Mountain carries my tea, and they put a little Prosecco in it. So we pair all this stuff. So you got to come get a hot chocolate or iced chocolate. You could even get a flask to put a little something in it.
To join the Tea of the Month, you can use the QR link provided here. This has been Laura Hewell reporting.
Spring has brought some new vendors to Dahlonaga's Art in the Park, held the first weekend of every month. Our reporter, Jennifer Ramsey, talked to a few of the visitors.
Welcome to Art in the Park, a monthly event that draws vendors from all over North Georgia. I spoke with Lauren Ollie, the wife and wife team behind Farrell Printing Co.
So we are a design and print company. We do a lot of printing for businesses here in town and design work, but we also have things for our own fun, our own brand. Right, so we can kind of get creative and do our own thing. We've been in the community for a while. That's actually how we met, is from a local art gallery. So fast forward years later, and now we've got this business. But yeah, I think one of the local artists had a booth set up, and we just kind of asked her about it and found out which art community runs it, and so that's where we got part of it.
In addition to apparel, some vendors sell handmade objects.
So I am a potter. I make lots and lots of mugs. As a folk potter, I'm trying to bridge the gap between folk art and fine art and make affordable pieces so that people get to handle art in their everyday life. Because I think that that's really important. I think that everybody should get a piece of something beautiful to enjoy every day.
This is Jennifer Ramsey, Vanguard News.
It was Georgia Craft Beer Day at Southern Brewing Company. Let's go to our reporter Owen Jones, live at the brewery.
Hi everyone, this is Owen Jones with Vanguard News, and it is Georgia Craft Beer Day here at Southern Brewing Company here in Athens, Georgia. Let's check it out.
Have you ever thought about how well running and beer go together? Me either, but that didn't stop these people. Reporter Lindsay Howard caught up with the people at Beer 5K. Let's check it out.
This past weekend, Swanee hosted their second annual Beer Chaser 5K event. The event took place on the town green in a sea of green and welcomed many runners from all over. The race started in front of City Hall, went along the Greenway, and finished in the residential neighborhoods behind Town Center.
It's when my other two daughters have previously done. So me and this daughter decided we were going to try it this year.
The event hosted many different vendors, including multiple breweries, King of Pops, food trucks, and more.
We're like 100 yards that way.
Local vendors such as Stillfire Brewing and Big Peach Running Company were also at the event. Runners were encouraged to dress in their best St. Patty's Day gear, and prizes were given out for the most creative. Along the course map were 5 refueling stations in which participants were able to get a 3-ounce beer to hydrate. Red arrows guided the runners along the way and made sure they knew where the next stop was. The finish line was back at the town center, just off the main road, and medals were handed to each finisher. The 5K is a new addition to the annual Swanee Beer Fest, which is taking place on March 19th. Tickets are on sale now, so be sure to grab yours before they're all gone. Reporting in Swanee for Vanguard News, I'm Lindsay Howard.
Not too sure what to do for St. Patrick's Day? Struggling to find a fun place that's local for you? Alexis went out to find your plans for you.
Struggling with St. Patrick's Day plans? Head on down to downtown Lawrenceville.
Bruce Kennedy, I'm the owner of the Universal Joint. We've got 7 locations in Atlanta, North Carolina, and Chattanooga. We've been around for 22 years. We're famous for our burgers. #1 burger in Gwinnett County, #1 burger in Atlanta. We have a very mixed menu. On St. Patty's Day, we try to do it up right with traditional St. Patty's Day meals, corned beef, egg rolls. We have special green beer, drinks. City, of course, is putting on a show behind us. And then on Thursday night, the 17th, which is St. Patty's Day, we do it all up again. We have live music. We love our crowds. We love our people. This business right here has been here 7.5 years. We're 95% repeat business.
There you go. Universal Joint is a great place to go if you're looking for a good time.
St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and I had the honor of working with a legendary baker, my grandmother, to keep it green this March 17th. Let's take a look. Hi everyone, I'm Skylar, and this is my grandmother.
And this is my granddaughter. I'm 98. Oh, sorry, 94 years old. And she made a good, delicious cake. And,
Last time, that's right.
And I love to bake. And she does too. She takes it after me. All right.
Speaking of, today we're making Shamrock Sun Butter Cookies. So it's a gluten-free paleo cookie with sun butter rather than peanut butter. So it's also nut-free. And it's basically going to turn green after it bakes and sits in the fridge for a while. So perfect for St. Patrick's Day. So let's get started.
All right.
All right, in this bowl, we're gonna put the sun butter in. So we're gonna go ahead and scoop this out. Let's see, 1 whole cup of sun butter, 1/2 cup of maple syrup, just regular maple syrup. Put this on in there. And it's also, it has no added sugars in the sun butter, so the maple syrup is actually gonna be what sweetens it. So all the wet ingredients first. And we got our egg in there. Next, we need to mix all of this up. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt. I got it right here.
Oh.
Grandmother, you want to pour in the coconut flour? Sure. So we're using coconut flour instead of regular flour. Go ahead. Perfect. And that's 6 tablespoons of coconut flour. Apparently the baking soda reacts with the chlorophyll in the sun butter. Yeah, that's how they turn green. And
You got it?
our parchment paper ready to lay them out on the pan. Oh, that is perfect, yes. So now we're just gonna roll these into little balls, about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in size. And then press them down flat. They'll go in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Oh, they look so good, Grandmother. Look.
Oh.
Oh, I smushed that one, sorry. Are they done, you think?
Oh.
Alright, there they are. Look at that. They're already green. And Grandmother says they taste pretty good. Green cookies for St. Patrick's Day. This has been Cooking with Grandmother. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, it has really been fun.
Let's get our aprons on and get out to baking. Belinda Olson shows up how to make a traditional Mexican dessert that will impress your guests.
I'm starting to prepare these empanadas de piña, okay? This is a Mexican empanada, like a dessert. You drink it with coffee, with atole, with everything. Especially the people in Mexico, they're using this a lot in the cold. When it's, okay, we're gonna pour some flour into the bowl. This is for the whole deal, for the whole bath. The flowers, you wanna do the whole bath, you use the whole deal, the beer, okay? In one deal like that, the Crisco for the whole bath. But we don't wanna do the whole bath. We wanna do like half a bath, okay? So it's gonna be less. We're using bade mash, okay? We do the empanadas with this half a bag. Okay, and this right now, we wanna put in like cup of sugar, like 1 cup of sugar, into the flour. We're gonna mix it real good. Mix the flour. And this empanadas de piña, they come in from Mexico, especially the people from Monterrey, Mexico. They do a lot of these empanadas. And also my mother teach me how to do the empanadas, okay? They're coming from my grandma's recipe. We're checking, right now put the flour and the sugar together. Okay? Now we wanna do the Crisco. We have the Crisco here, ready. So we put in the Crisco and the flour. Okay. See how we do it. So we can have it done. So we can move it real good. We get everything out of the can. Forget all the Crisco. And maybe when I need a little bit more, okay? And maybe you can taste it like that, okay? And it's starting getting good flavor now already. I like here little by little. Okay? You cannot put it the whole deal. You have to put it little by little and mix it. Because if you put it too much, you're gonna be real, very, very soft. Okay? And keep doing it like that and mix it. Okay. Do it more. So like that, we're gonna keep doing it until it's combined together. Okay. So yeah, we have to do that. It's very careful to do that. You know, it's easy. It's an easy recipe. Very simple. But when ya it's done, it's real good to eat. With the coffee and everything. La vamos a rolar. Okay. Vamos a poner la harina y la vas a hacer así, como vas a estar amasándola, como para hacer el pan, ¿ok? Es importante que hagas la amasada para que sí te vaya quedando bien, ¿ok? Y vamos a agarrar así para la empanada, ¿ok? Es lo que vas a rolar. Vamos a hacerle así y van a ser grandecitos. Vamos a hacerle así. Le vamos a poner piña. Y tiene que ser por un ladito la piña. Así la piña. Y queda la empanada, ¿ok? Aquí la empanada ya está lista. Y ya nada más le vas a hacer así. Con el tenedor. Y ya está lista la empanada. Así van a quedar la empanada. Ahora la vamos a poner al horno a 350. Con la canela en la empanada. ¿Okay? La empanada, ¿verdad? Que ya está hecha, preparada, lista para el café.
Let's go to Shelby Pahokee, who met up with some local vendors at the Antique and Artisan Festival.
Hi, I'm Shelby Pahokee for the Vanguard News. I'm here in Braselton for the Antique Market.
The Braselton Antique and Artisan Festival occurs every fourth weekend in April and October. This year, they hosted a winter festival in February. Some of the vendors I spoke to are a woodwork craftsman and a hot sauce connoisseur.
A lady came to a festival and
said she wanted me to make something out of some wood she had. And then I found out it was this, and I just said, oh yeah, I'll do something. And so I've made a couple of really unique boxes. I'll be using antique fabric inside and a suede on the bottom. Very unique, one-of-a-kind box.
It's fairly new. We in fact introduced it. Yeah. The hottest sauce is we call Fierce. It's made from a pepper that I developed. It's proprietary. No one else in the world has this pepper but me. So it's right out of year. It's called Fierce. I had it sent off to a lab in Las Cruces, New Mexico last November, just a few months ago, to have the Scoville units checked. And it kind of surprised me and my friends in that it's a 1.14 million Scoville. So it's not a new world's record, but now unofficially the 7th hottest pepper in the world, hotter than ghost pepper.
Well, the market will be back in Brazelton in April, so anyone interested needs to come and check it out then. We've had a beautiful day here and talking to all of the vendors. I'm Shelby Bahoki, Vanguard News.
Are you participating in Lent this year? Let's check in with our reporter Leah Davenport to see what UNG students are giving up.
Hi, I'm participating in Lent this year, but I kind of already failed because I was doing no sugar, but this morning I had oatmeal and I put a little bit of brown sugar in it.
If I was participating in Lent, I'd probably give up TikTok just because I spend so much time on it and it's kind of just like a waste. There's no real benefit to it and I literally just spend hours and hours on it, so it'd be a good thing.
So no, I'm not participating in Lent, but I do have a really bad caffeine addiction, so I think I'd give up caffeine. So, because I struggle with that, but yeah.
For Lent, I would give up bagels.
So if I participated in Lent, I would give up social media because I feel like everyone needs a cleanse from it and it's good for your mental health.
If I were participating in Lent, I would give up social media.
So I haven't decided to give anything up for Lent yet. I was hoping to find something meaningful and I'm doing some soul searching and I haven't found that out yet.
I would give up Hulu or Netflix to take away that time to read the Bible, which I do not do often.
I am participating in Lent. I'm giving up Diet Coke because I drink it all the time.
I am not participating in Lent, but if I were to participate, I would be giving up TikTok just because of how time consuming it is, and I find myself scrolling through it the majority of the day.
Looking for a new place to buy cookies? Look no further. Kennedy Lee has just the place for you.
This is Kennedy Lee reporting live from Dawsonville, Georgia at the grand opening of a new Crumble Cookie location. Let's go check it out.
Today it is packed with eager customers wanting to try the new flavors of the week. Each week, Crumble puts out different cookies than the week before, so there's always something new to try. Customers could also spin a wheel to win prizes and even free cookies. The kitchen was packed with workers running around perfecting the cookies. The process takes 2 minutes and your goodies are out in less than 5 minutes.
So we have 2 iced sugar, 1 blueberry muffin, 1 snickerdoodle, and 2 chocolate chip for each and morning. That's us. All right. I hope you enjoy it.
Crumble Cookie is currently in the process of building new locations all over Georgia. This is Kennedy Lee, Vanguard News.
Who knew celebrating women could be shown in musical manner? Let's see how the UNG Music Department has beautifully performed honoring International Women's Day.
The music department at UNG is holding concert series this semester based around different topics. I decided to drop in and give a listen to see what today's topic translates to the fine arts. The music department holds themed concerts every academic year once a month. This February, the theme was surrounded around International Women's Day. Women of UNG playing various instruments came together to celebrate the worldwide holiday.
And this year's theme is Break the Bias.
A variety of pieces were played, from classical to Western. I spoke with director of the program, Dr. Joanna Kim, to hear about the theme, as well more on the concert series held here.
Every month is different. Every month is different. Like in February, we had an invited guest whose selection was part of tonight's program where you heard about the love song and all that. So in February, we had the theme of love. In March this month, we presented the International Women's Day celebration concert because March 8th is global celebration of International Women's Day. So that was the theme for this month.
You can find more concert events of the series located on the UNG website. This has been Amber Harden with Vanguard News.
The new 5-year CBA will include a universal designated hitter, 12-team postseason, increased minimum salary, new pre-arbitration bonus pool, increase in competitive balance tax thresholds, a draft lottery, and an evaluation of an international draft. As of tonight, free agency is set to begin once the deal is ratified, while opening day moves to April 7th. Baseball is finally back. Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson has been traded to the Denver Broncos in a blockbuster deal. The Broncos receive Wilson and a 4th-round pick, while the Seahawks get quarterback Drew Lock, tight end Noah Fant, defensive lineman Shelby Harris, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a 5th-round pick. Calvin Ridley, a wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, has been suspended for the 2022 season. This suspension comes after Ridley was found guilty for betting on games in 2021. After the news of the suspension this past Monday, Ridley tweeted that he bet $1,500 and that "I don't have a gambling problem." Multiple NFL teams have reached out to the Falcons and asking about trading Ridley, but each time Atlanta has declined to enter into talks. Ridley can apply for reinstatement on February 15, 2023. Ridley is the second player to be suspended for betting on NFL games since 2018, when Josh Shaw was suspended in 2019. Atlanta is looking at rookie Frank Darby as a replacement.